And we're live. What's up, guys? We're the Heck Podcast. We're here today with Kid Colt. How y'all doing?
Pretty good, man. Fantastic.
Heck yeah. Will you all introduce yourselves really quick?
Yes, I am Kelly.
Nice.
I sing in the band and write music. I am from Georgia and have lived in Nashville for the past 6 years. And yeah, that's me.
Nashville.
I'm Dylan. I'm from around here,
Yeah.
Columbia. I could play guitar, write, and sing.
And my name's Uncle Biscuit, and I just met these guys today.
Heck yeah.
So they said they were doing a podcast and needed a drummer, so I said, heck yeah.
Nice. I dig it. Heck yeah.
That's been my life a few times.
Yeah.
Like, that's how we met, basically.
Yes, pretty much. Well, awesome, man. I've had a chance to listen to a little bit of y'all stuff. I haven't heard it yet with drums, but like, have y'all done some shows yet with drums, or y'all getting there with?
Well, our shows really were just me and Kerr. That's actually how we met him. He does sound at Kimbrough's.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, he runs live sound. So we were just playing. We played there a few times. We would just get ungodly drunk and play and just make, like, we incorporated like a lot of jokes into our set and stuff like that. So we were just talking after the show one day, and he was like, "Yeah, I'd love to play drums with you guys." So,
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but
Nice.
right now we're trying to focus on recording and other than playing shows.
Nice, nice. Well, how did you guys, I guess, get together as a band?
Oh, you want to go?
I feel like you tell this story better, to be honest.
I was I don't know if I can say this. I was coming down.
Yeah,
Okay, I was at work.
You can say anything.
I was at work.
This is a safe space, man.
I was at work on a Saturday, and it was like a couple of days before Halloween. And I was tripping my balls off. I was on a bunch of acid, and I started coming down. And went to this Halloween party, and I was feeling like shit.
Yeah.
So I started like just drinking a bunch of water, and then she walked in behind me. She was dressed as Peter Criss because it's a Halloween party.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And her band was playing because she has another band too. And so like we were like talking and stuff and made some plans to hang out. And then the next time we hung out, it was another Halloween party. So she was still dressed as Peter Criss.
Yeah. Was
So
this like the next day?
Yeah,
like
no,
2 days later.
Okay. I'm thinking like a year from then.
Yeah,
but
so I was
nice.
just like, I've hung out with you twice. I still don't even know what you look like.
Yeah.
You're like only dressed as my least favorite member of Kiss. So yeah, and then
pretty good.
we hung out that night, and then started doing some talking and stuff, and decided to start playing music together.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I found I saw you first on Instagram, just on your Dr. WTF,
Yeah.
and I love your style, man. Like, how did you kind of develop that style that you've got?
Really, man, just playing with a lot of other. What I love about Nashville is, it's oversaturated, of course, but with that comes also you have some of the best musicians around.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can learn from a lot of people if you're open to it.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't get jealous and you don't get mad or whatever, if you just like open yourself up to learning.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just around so many different styles that, and just listening to different bands and stuff like that, like Ben Howard. We were talking about that earlier. I love Ben Howard. And just messing with alternate tunings and stuff like that. Really, you kind of like have to relearn your instrument, which you learn a lot about music and yourself doing that.
Did you do a lot of music in Georgia before you came to Nashville, or?
I actually didn't. Music, I guess it's always been in my family.
Yeah.
I grew up around music. 2 of my brothers do music professionally, I guess.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I went to Belmont, started out music business, and decided to switch to entrepreneurship. Went all throughout school without doing music, and then one day did a bunch of shrooms with my friends and got in this place. I had a friend who had just overdosed, and I really needed to get some stuff out, and it ended up coming out through song.
That's
and
so cool.
everyone just looked at me and they're like, "You gotta do it."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay." And so that was, coming up on this August, it'll be 2 years, so it hasn't been very long that I've been doing it, but thankfully, going to Belmont, I had a lot of friends that were very helpful with me and willing to play with me for free, and I don't play any instruments, but I write and I sing, and they put chords to my music. They
that's
kind
awesome.
of just help me with it.
Yeah, that's a very cool way to do it, man.
Yeah,
And
that's really awesome.
I know whenever I first started in music, in my little musical path, I was doing just vocals, and I was having to wait. I lived in Perry County, and dude, it's very slim pickings there, right?
Right.
So the people that
like
played
the
guitar,
sticks inside of the sticks.
dude, no joke. That's
playing to the sound of the river.
yeah, like write lyrics to the river. But
all the meth users screaming in the woods.
Yeah. What is happening out there? I'm just gonna write
My
that.
lab blew up.
Everybody's birthstone's a meth rock.
It is. Yeah. Nice. But dude, yes, so, like there's like hardly any guitarists, and the only few guitarists that were playing with us at the time were like very kind of like, oh yeah, let's practice, and then they'd be like too fucked up to practice or something like that, and I'd be like, all right, well, I really want to play some music,
Right.
and I really wanted, like, whenever I was in high school, I was just like, dude, this is like, I'm fucking chips in. There's nothing else.
Right.
And so I was like really bummed because I just did vocals, and I talked to my uncle. He's like a professional drummer, and he was like, dude, stop waiting. He was like, just learn how to play guitar. I was like, but I suck. And he was like, well, fucking stop sucking at guitar, dude. Just learn how to play.
Quit making excuses.
I was like, all right. So I picked up like a shitty Walmart guitar and learned how to play on that thing. But yeah, dude, like I think it's
awesome.
And going to Belmont, man, like that is some like the elite of the elite people in music are there.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
That is why I did not sing when I first got there. I was like, oh.
You got like opera people and shit.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised at how, like, when we write together, because I mean, I use my instrument as a crutch almost in music a lot, because I do rely so much on my guitar and stuff like that. So it's amazing that she can write vocal patterns and sing and write words just out of the air without playing an instrument.
That's it.
I really respect that, because I would never be able to do that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And yourself, man, you've been doing drums for how long?
Yeah, man, probably well over 10 years now.
That's awesome.
Since I was like real little.
Yeah.
My cousin loaned me a drum kit.
There you go.
Yeah, funny story. I actually did this project where we made like a little like panel or like a little box where you put stuff in it, and this little desert, and I had a bunch of sand in there with Egypt and pharaohs and stuff, but I took all that sand after the project was done and poured it on my drum heads. Yeah. And then just spent the entire afternoon like wailing. It looked so cool, just sand flying everywhere.
Sandstorm by the roof.
Yeah.
Dude.
The birth of Uncle Biscuit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a good time. And then throughout high school, I kind of took a break from the drums and like learned trumpet, and then senior year of high school, like started getting back into drums and playing around, and then a couple years ago moved down to Nashville for music business and audio engineering courses. So
They went to Dark Horse.
Ah, dude, that's awesome. That's the place, man.
Oh yeah, just beautiful area.
Oh yeah,
just amazing studio.
I love practicing it at his house. Like it's like okay, so when we showed up, I didn't think it was gonna be like we showed up to practice, and it was like practicing in a studio. Like he turned his entire house. Like usually people have like a studio room. His entire fucking house is a studio.
Yes, it's amazing.
Like it's really cool. Like he like sets all the levels. He knows what he's doing. He's like it was kind of weird.
You've got like the acoustics in the room all set up. Like
yeah.
Hell yeah, man. There you go. Well, yeah, studying at Dark Horse, I'd imagine you fucking like got a vault in there, dude.
Yeah, it was like I thought I knew what I was doing before I went in. I was like, I know music. I was in band class in high school. I know how to play music. And then I walked in there and was like, whoa, just like everything's almost over my head. But then like sitting there in class and like applying myself to it, I like picked it up really quickly, and it was super interesting to me.
Yeah. That's how I feel like, man, with like just learning in general, if I go to somewhere and I should like, for instance, like with like MMA or something like that, right? Like if you go into a gym and you're like, man, I could kick everybody's ass, and then you go in there and the dude just beats the shit out of you, or like just shows you know nothing, you should go there, you know?
Yeah.
And like that's how it is. Yeah, exactly. And
Sit down.
Yeah. And I feel like that's how it should be, man. I think that's awesome that like Dark Horse, like you go in there and you're like, man, I got this foundation. You guys hate shit, and then they're just like, sit down, child.
Yeah.
But I mean, like being able to learn really well like that. I mean, that's awesome.
Dark Horse is beautiful too. Have you ever seen the grounds there?
Yeah.
It's so
dude,
cool.
it's insane, man.
Yeah.
I wanted to record at the Kitchen in Franklin. Have y'all ever been there?
I've heard of that.
Music Kitchen or something like that?
I know what you're talking about. It's near the factory.
Yeah, and they did one of like Trivium's albums, and then they've done some and the dude that did I guess he's done some Pantera albums too, and it's in Franklin, which is fucking weird, but yeah, the Music Kitchen or something like that, or the Sound Kitchen. I think it's Sound Kitchen.
The Sound Kitchen.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, but it's in Franklin, man. It looks really cool. But Dark Horse is like kind of the standard kind of.
Oh man, yeah,
it's pretty sick, dude. Oh, yeah. So are y'all? You said you're working on some recordings right now?
We're not. Yeah, we're really just trying to get everything together right now and figuring out, because I mean we wrote the songs together, and then once we got with him, since he's also a songwriter, we're kind of like working together, not completely rewriting the songs, but making them more tight, making the transitions more smooth. Because I mean, just doing it with two people with one guitar and a singer, it's easy just to play chords and then sing and stuff. But then once you start, because we also have a bass player who's not here today, but he's also an incredible musician.
Dude, that is
so like
cool.
all of us working together it was kind of weird because every band I've been up to this point, except for this one, I've known them in my entire life. So these are people that I haven't even known for a year.
Dude, that's so cool,
so,
man.
But it's going a lot smoother and it feels a lot better and the songs sound a lot better to me. I don't know if it's because everybody's older and we're not mad at our dads anymore or something, but
It's probably one reason.
Yeah.
It allows everyone to kind of give what they have and do their thing the best that they can do, which is, I think, the best part about music. Just coming together and being like, all right, you're the drummer. What do you think should go here because you're the drummer? And that kind of stuff.
I think it's cool, like, just from the outside looking in, like, all you seem like y'all bring something to the table, but y'all don't have, like, an ego about it. It sounds like y'all flow really well together as far as your writing process.
I mean, I can't speak for these guys, but I know I used to, in my past bands, I definitely had an ego problem. I was like, I'm writing this, I mean, everyone's, been an asshole, everyone's been a kid, so, I mean, I think this is, like, the first project that I've had where I'm, like, humbled.
That also probably goes with just, like, having such good talent around you.
The company that you surround yourself with.
Right. That's awesome, man. And I know, like, talking about, like, whenever I was growing up in Perry County, like, it's just kind of having friends that you've been in bands with your whole life. It's kind of easy to form that, like, almost, like, this is the archetype of how you're supposed to, like, do music.
You almost have, like, a resentment because, they don't take it as seriously.
Exactly.
Right, That's why I feel good, because, I mean, sometimes, I don't take it as seriously as they do, which is that's completely
so cool,
new to me. Sometimes they're like, we need to practice now.
And I'm like,
slacking
off, dude.
They're like, get off the couch. I'm like, oh, fuck, all right.
Well, that's a good spot to be in, man. I'm stoked to hear some of y'all's, like, what are y'all using for recording? Are you doing the producing, or?
You definitely will be.
Well, yeah, I'm kind of just now we're, like, recording the practices. And, I've got a Pro Tools rig in my place, and, a Mackie console that I'm running through, and a selection of mics. Got my whole drum kit mic'd up, which is really nice. And then
so you practice with your drum kit mic'd up and stuff?
Yeah.
It's like practicing in the studio. He records all of our practices. It's which is really cool to go back and listen. Because it feels like sometimes when you're playing, it feels really cool in the moment. And if you can go back and listen to it, you're like, ooh, I should have done.
That is so much.
This would go good here. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot more professional.
You could like hear like fills or transitions that you did in between songs and be like, that was fucking sick. Just do that.
It definitely brings like more of a right brain aspect to the band, and
that's so cool, dude. Hell
yeah.
Man, so what would you guys say a lot of your lyrical content and stuff? What would you say it's kind of more about? Do y'all have a theme or?
Honesty.
I would say that if I could speak for both of us, I mean, histories of abuse and drug abuse and toxic relationships, not just romantic, but parental and whatever. I grew up not having a lot of money or anything like that because my parents were addicted to drugs, so I use that. I mean, I'm not angry at them for that, but I do use that to kind of like tell my story, because I mean, as a kid, you never really feel like you're allowed to express your emotions. So music was kind of like my way of disguising it without actually being like, I'm sad, So, or happy or whatever,
And it's kind of weird too. Like, I've kind of had like the same thing in my life. Like growing up, I've had a lot of like just fucked up parental stuff.
Right.
And it's kind of weird, like, growing up and getting a little bit older, you kind of look at your parents in a different light than you did whenever you were a kid, And like whenever I was younger, I was like, dude, like fucking my dad, like, I had a lot of dad issues and then some stuff with my mom too, and like I just always kind of like, I wrote a lot of music about it back in the day, and
it helps. It's like therapy when you have no one else's therapy.
But it's kind of cool, like seeing them through the eyes of like I don't know. I guess now being a parent too,
being a father,
Yeah, it's so weird, man, because I'll look at it and I'll be like, was my, like, what was, in the case of my dad or whatever, like, I didn't see him a lot and whenever I was growing up and stuff, and I'm like, how the fuck can you do that to your kids, you know what I mean? And then, like, and I can see that now from, like, a parent's perspective and be like, I would never do that, And so that gives you kind of, like, a different perspective of it, but, like, then
you're almost appreciative of it because you know how not to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And then you get to see the good and the bad. It's so weird, man. Like, I've called my mom sometimes and be like, I'm sorry for being a dick.
Yeah.
Like, I've done that too. But it's so weird, man. But it's just the human experience, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know?
I'm grateful for every shitty thing that's ever happened in my life. Because if not, I would not have, be writing, pop songs or something.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm glad. I mean, I look back and everything terrible that's ever happened to me, I'm actually grateful for.
Dude, yeah.
It gives you perspective on what's good in your life.
Right.
Because if you don't have that far
contrast
down, you don't know, how good this is.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I work with a guy. He's kind of like R&B kind of stuff, but Michael Carr. If he's watching this, get on our podcast.
Michael Carr.
But
Come on, Michael Carr.
You do?
No, I said come on, Michael.
Oh, I thought you said no, Michael Carr. I was like, he's freaking legit, dude. But he wrote a song, and like one of his lyrics said something like, "My life consists of peaks and valleys." I was like, dude, it's so freaking true. I mean, it's like easy lyric kind of, but it's like really very true. Speaking.
Valleys can be pretty too, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
That's the thing, and you just don't see it until you're kind of out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I grew up in a valley. I feel I did.
I grew up in Murray County, which is literally a hole. It literally is.
Yeah, dude.
Like geographically, it is a dent in the earth.
Dude, so true. But I mean, I don't know. It's kind of cool. Like, you definitely grow a lot, and then you've got more stuff to write about too. So like, as a musician, it's kind of one of those things. Like, I don't know about you, but I never write when I'm happy. If life's going great, I'm like,
well, it depends. It depends what kind of happy. Like, I've definitely. So, like, for example, the other day I was just making tea, and actually yesterday it was Sunday. It was 2 days ago, and I was making tea, and I was on a lot of mushrooms, and I was feeling great, and I just played an incredible song about making tea, and I'll never remember. Like, I remember it, but I'll never be able to sing it like that ever again.
And the
Like,
tea tasted better.
Yeah.
Because
nice. There you go. We're in the zone.
The song
Tea making.
Song infused tea.
Yeah. There's different happiness.
Y'all need to market that.
Yeah.
Song
we
infused tea.
have a good tea line coming up.
We were actually thinking about making like GT, like songs that, like teas that's based off of like rappers.
Like Easy
like
Tea.
Earl Grey sweatshirt.
That's my best one.
Yeah, she came up with that one. And there's
Easy
another
Tea.
one. Yeah, Easy Tea. Yeah.
What did you?
Oh man.
There's
Teapot.
Kodak Black Tea.
Teapot.
Yeah.
Dude, there's so much.
Yeah, there's so many
Holy
you can
shit.
do. Yeah.
We have like 30 listed in my
we
notes.
had a list. We were sitting at my buddy Hayden's house, who's also they're in a band called Deborah. By the way, you should look them up. It's DE3RA. They're incredible. They're like psychedelic blues. But
Dude, nice.
yeah, we were sitting in his house and came up with like an entire list of them.
Y'all should just do a whole album with the songs called that, like just different tea names, tea puns.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I could probably do that with like snack foods. 'Cause
Yeah.
I eat way too many snack foods. Like, I was like super high the other day, and I like had this. It was like, you know how they used to have like the double-decker moon pies, and now you can't find them anywhere.
Yeah.
Like I bought this box of moon pies, and I pulled one out, and it was like this small. And I'm like, what am I gonna do with this?
Just throw it against the wall.
So it took like 3 or 4 of them and put them on a plate and put them in the microwave for like a couple of seconds, and they like kind of blew up.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is so awesome. And then like I ate one, and it was like the best thing I'd ever ate in my life. And I was like,
That's amazing.
Dude, I actually hate moon pies, and it's not because I used to like moon pies, but I went to rehab in Chattanooga, that's where they make moon pies. So right where I stayed was right next to the factory.
You're just like, look at all the extra moon pies.
I'm sitting here detoxing off of opiates, smelling moon pies and throwing up. So like every time I look at a moon pie, I just think of being addicted to drugs and like throwing up, and I'm just like, oh god.
Weird metaphor. Weird flex, but.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, dude, I mean, they cook them like 24/7, man. It never goes away.
God. And
people love their moon pies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like I can't eat a lot of stuff that I've been like huge on eating. I'll get sick after I ate it and like throw up or something like that. I never can eat it again.
Yeah, that's me with jalapeno Cheetos, dude. Yeah.
Those are good.
Yeah, they're awesome, but I can't even smell them anymore.
Yeah. Sushi, dude. I've ruined sushi for myself.
No.
I
Sushi.
love sushi. I got so sick the
try
day
again,
after
man.
I ate it. I know it. And I was like on this kick, dude. I would eat wasabi like as big as this fucking can and just throw it in some soy sauce and like scoop it up and just like blow my head off every time I ate it. And I was getting into it, dude. Like 3 times a week I'm eating sushi.
Zero sinuses.
Yeah, no joke. I think I burned them all out. But, and then like, dude, I got sick. I ate some Philadelphia rolls and then the same night I ended up puking. It was so bad.
I wonder what it was.
So
That Philadelphia rolls have smoked. Like,
Smoked
so
salmon,
salmon, right? Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
Isn't there a weird thing with fish that's not fish nowadays?
I got sick off of
Maybe.
I got sick off of Publix sushi one time, which I mean I'd always bought sushi at Kroger, which is like like Publix you would think, you know. Like,
Publix is like you would think top.
One day I just want to be able to go into Publix and not have to like buy one get one free. You know, I want to be that wealthy.
Yeah.
I just want to go. I just want to be able.
Publix rich.
Yeah,
bitch.
I want to. Yeah, I just want to be able to go into Publix and lay down like $600.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Which is like a week.
Dude, I'm
Williamson
right.
County
No
food.
shit.
Yeah.
No, dude. Yes, I swear to God. Publix though, man, their sandwiches.
Yeah. Oh, I love Publix.
They carry that boar's head stuff. That stuff is so good.
Boar's head honey mustard. Oh.
Any kind of boar's head stuff. It's so good.
Yeah. My wife, like, she works in Vanderbilt and Franklin or whatever, and she's like, I went to Publix for lunch. I'm like, the fuck, dude? I'm over here, like, eating dollar menu shit. You're over there eating, like, $50 sandwich.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So I've never been to Whole Foods before, and she took me to Whole Foods for the first time, and I was like, man, I feel so bad for hating on these fucking hipsters. Like, this place
They
is
gotta
awesome.
figure it out, dude.
Yeah. They like have a bar in there. Like who? Like we went grocery shopping and sat at a bar in the same building. That's insane.
That's next level, dude.
Yeah.
They got their shit figured
There's a
out.
Kroger in Franklin that has a wine bar.
Really?
Wait, what?
Oh, what? I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Like-
I work for Nabisco, so like I go into a lot of the stores and put like the stuff, cookies and crackers on the shelves or whatever.
That's why you like snacks.
No,
Probably. I've like snacks my whole life though.
Addiction.
Yeah. But they were building a new Kroger, and it used to be a different store, but I can't remember what it was. It was like a random weird store. It was like somebody's name. You know those stores?
Old school.
Like H.H.
Gerald's
Higgs
Grocery.
or, you know, something like that.
Like you could be a school or you could be a grocery store.
Yeah, right. But they were building it,
They all
and,
smell like Piggly
and it was
Wiggly's.
like brand new. And like I walked in there, and there was a bar, and they had like wine glasses, and like they have wine tasting in there like every day, like different wines and all kinds of crap.
amazing.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's crazy.
You guys ever been to Amber Falls, or is that what it's called?
Oh.
It's from Ensign, Pittman County.
Actually, I think
Yeah, it
you
is
hit
Amber
the nail on the
Falls.
head. Yeah, I think it is Amber Falls.
You guys gotta try their wine. It's pretty good.
There's a little winery out there.
Yeah.
We did a wine tasting the other day at Opry.
Yeah,
pretty good.
which is weird because they have music and stuff out there. It's a pretty cool place.
That's awesome, man. My wife's family lives out in Hickman County. And
Oh, okay.
It's like,
Yeah.
they've got a lot of random stuff.
Yeah, I grew up right outside of Hickman County,
Yeah.
like Santa Fe.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right, cool. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Drive through there a lot.
yeah, I love it out there. That's where my grandmother lives. So
Yeah.
I grew up with like a lot of the people out there. I like a lot of the people out there hate me, but my grandmother lives in the middle of 550 acres, so it's hard to find me. So
Yeah, exactly. Hell yeah, dude. Did y'all like, I know this was forever ago, man, but I just remember I used to drive through 7 all the time,
Right.
and then you get detoured through Santa Fe.
you talking about the road,
the flood, like, just blew the fucking bridge
That was
in half.
insane, man.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I went to go see it the very next day. And me and my grandfather were just standing there. I was just like, I was actually with my uncle who was a civil engineer.
Yeah. Oh,
And he broke
it.
it down about exactly what happened.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
all about the water drainage wasn't enough. So like, if you go and look where that bridge is now, because it was a road before the landslide. But he
Is
was
that
saying
nuts?
there was like little like the drainage pipes were just like a couple of inches too small and not enough of them. So he like broke down what happened, like how it happened.
Blew the whole fucking road off, dude. That's insane, dude.
It was crazy. It looked like a bomb hit it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like,
It was long. It was like it was like half of a football field long, and it was like at least 40 foot deep. It
looked like Silent Hill, you know?
Yeah, it did. It looked exactly like
There's nothing
Dude, it
out
was
there.
creepy,
It's
man.
fucking
Got a
nuts,
visual.
dude. Yeah. Should have gone there on a foggy night and just taken a picture.
Yeah.
Like, come here, bitch.
Just walk around with a flashlight until you see something.
See a pyramid head.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah. Rip your skin off and throw you somewhere.
I'm ready for a new Silent Hill game, man.
I wish they would do like.
You know, they had that one, the PT or it was like it's not an actual game, but it was a playable trailer.
Yes.
Like an interactive thing, like how
But it was
Netflix has.
Guillermo del Toro and Hideo Kojima were doing the game, but it didn't get
I don't
made.
know why.
It's a demo, and you can't download it anymore. But I have it saved on my PlayStation 4. But like, it's the scariest thing I've ever.
Dude, you know what would
seen
be
in my
awesome?
life.
Silent Hill VR, dude.
It was
Dude,
first
yes,
person. This
holy
one was
shit, that
first
would've been
person,
Oh, yeah,
and like
Taylor has
basically. It had you walking around in a loop, like you're in this house.
Yeah.
And like every time you would walk through this one door, and that's the beginning. And you would walk through, and like you would see different things, and then you would walk through this last door, but it would take you back through the same door that you came you came in in the beginning, but the scenery would change.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And like the phone would ring, and you would like hear like weird dude. It's the scariest thing.
I feel like first person games are a lot scarier. Like I remember even being scared of Fallout 3 when I was like a teenager. Like just being for some reason it was like it was an awesome game, but I just remember being creeped the fuck out sometimes like in that game.
I'm trying to think. Did y'all ever play Dead Space?
Oh, dude, yeah. I love Dead Space.
I can't.
No, it was third person.
Okay.
Yeah, because that was the first game where they had the health cage on his back.
Yeah, that was an awesome game.
Yeah,
dude.
I love space horror is like probably my favorite genre. Games, movies. That's it, dude.
I'm really big on now. Like I really love Cthulhu type stuff and like H.P. Lovecraft, I guess.
Yeah,
dude,
Cthulhu.
Fucking awesome. But there's a game called Sunken City or something that's coming out.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
Hopefully it comes out. It looks really fucked up.
Dude, that stuff freaks me out. I hate freaking deep ocean shit.
Dude, me too.
That is freaking the worst.
Have you ever been deep sea fishing? Man, it's awesome, but it's so creepy.
Yeah.
Like when you're out in the middle of the ocean and you can't see any land, and you're in a
fuck
boat. You're in a boat as wide
crazy,
as this table.
Yeah.
It's creepy. It's odd. It makes you feel so small, so you realize how great the world is. But then you're like,
You have an
if I
existential
fall
crisis.
off this boat,
Yeah,
I'm dead.
Yeah. I've had here fishing for like red snapper, having it.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what my brother does a lot.
I'd rather try to escape from a burning house than be stuck in the ocean.
Can you imagine? Like that shit is terrifying, dude.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Nah. Not me.
Yeah.
I am not going to do that.
and I love the thought that there's still some shit out there that we don't know. Like so.
we know more about space than our ocean.
Yeah. That's stupid. I
that's
hate that.
Yeah, find out what's
I'm like,
down
what
there,
are-
man.
why aren't we
Probably like
researching
a-
that?
Stuck down there, dude.
Yeah. Cthulhu's out.
They're like, you know what? Instead of the ocean, let's just go to the fucking moon. Like,
yeah,
they're
they're
like
no.
scary.
Yeah,
Right? That's probably what they thought.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
too dark. It's
Yeah.
too scary.
Yeah.
And then you have what
Let's go
was
to
what was the director's name?
that went down there.
That went down there.
I can't
what was
remember
his
what
name?
It's very popular.
He did.
It's not like
he
Michael
did,
Bay, is it?
No, he did.
Something
No, he
like
did
that.
Avatar.
James Cameron.
James Cameron.
Yeah.
James Cameron.
How fucking crazy is it that like our own government,
Yeah,
too.
you're like,
Yeah.
yes.
like our own government's like, all right guys, well fuck it, we're not really going down there, and then James Cameron's like,
Yeah.
"Psh,
I'm going down
I'm
there.
done."
Yeah,
Dude,
I need some new
That's
material
all it
for new
takes,
Avatar.
though.
Yeah. I don't know, man. There's some scary shit down there, dude. And I think that they're like us as humans are like, "Pff, we're the top of the food chain. We know what's going on. But like, dude, it's pitch black down there, and we've only seen like maybe like this. If this whole moon is the ocean,
Yeah.
we've
Yeah.
seen this little guy down there. You know?
What's weird is like the more deprived of light something like an organism is, I feel like the more insane it is.
Aggressive,
Except
yeah.
for like
Fucking
except for like in Australia where they have like the cutest nocturnal little mammals, and then you go into the ocean.
And they'll still kill you down
Yeah,
there. Like
yeah.
the cute animals in
Yeah.
Australia will
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
fucking kill you.
Yeah.
Rip your throat right out.
Yeah.
I know. They're crazy, man.
Got getting mauled by a koala.
Yeah, yeah.
wanna
There's,
die.
yeah, dude. If I'm going down,
You're
Yeah.
so cute.
Yeah.
Wah.
Yeah.
I guess a sloth. I want to die by a sloth attack, or just getting killed by a shark.
Dude, you have to be
obviously,
so
You
slow to
get,
get
you
killed.
get like hung by a sloth.
but- Yeah.
Yeah.
Hug me to death.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's just like slowly choking you until you can't breathe.
And then, I think that's so insane that they're so slow moving that moss grows on them.
right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's life goals. Is what
Yeah.
that is. Right?
That's
Like
me.
those.
That's my spirit animal.
Yeah. Dude, I gotta. There's this. There's a zoo in Florida. It's like a small ass zoo, dude. It's the size of this room, maybe. And now they've got random little things, and it's like $10 to feed and take your picture with a sloth. I was like, dude, I cannot not feed a sloth. And they're like, we can't touch them, because though they are really slow when they want to move, like to eat something, they're fast. I was like, bullshit. So like, I snuck and pet this little sloth, and I didn't get bit, but dude, like I fed him, and he was so slow to get the food. So I don't know what the guy's talking about. He was like, they're as quick as a snake. I was like, dude. This little sloth was like. And then he ate it slow. I was like, the fuck?
You just
Just
shoot it slow.
protective.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
I don't even understand, like evolutionary. Like, how are they even still a thing?
I
Like,
don't know.
like other animals are just like, yeah, we don't fuck with them. But
Yeah. And something interesting I learned, and just one of those more you know things, they actually poop like only once a week, but it's like 70% of their body weight. They shit
wow.
once. Right.
I
Yeah.
feel like that's
It's
me every morning.
That must be like Christmas every week for them.
Right, yeah. They're just like,
I'm
yeah.
just like, finally, I get to do this.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna start saying I gotta shit like a sloth.
Well,
that's like you gotta piss like a racehorse and shit like a sloth.
Shit like a sloth. Yeah, dude. It's so true. It's so true. It's a
Oh
true
my
t-shirt.
god.
Yeah. Well, so that's awesome though, man. You guys got a lot of shows going on, or y'all got some stuff coming up?
Not really. Like I said, we've just been like really just trying to get the songs together and stuff like that. But yeah, when we do, I definitely want to. The thing is, man, it's hard to get people to come out to shows, especially like because everybody around here has a band.
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
know in Nashville and stuff. So really, no one really wants to come out and listen to your band unless they just happen to be at that bar. Or they know your music, or they're with a friend of a friend of a friend, or something like that. So I really want to get like a good solid record, at least a single.
Get
like,
something that
people, because I mean, people are lazy now, man. They want to like, you're like, oh, you want to go see this band? It's like, oh, let me look up their Spotify. Like that's exactly. I mean, I do it too. I'm not saying I do the same thing.
I think we're looking for touring more so, and maybe doing like a tour to college kind of thing, and trying to hit like kind of Asheville, App area, Athens, all that kind of stuff. Just where some of us have contacts, and a couple of my friends have done well in those areas. And I think that's kind of the way to go.
Yeah, I think with y'all getting like their music out there first and getting that, like, college shows would be huge, man. I know a lot of bands that have made it just from doing like college tours. I think like didn't Modest Mouse, isn't that what you did?
Have you seen the documentary they did? Before they were famous. I mean, it's free. Before they were famous, and it's like just like they documented it. It's pretty much
just
what they
toured
did.
colleges, man.
And what a lot of people don't understand is like because we have such good musicians here. Like we're like so we may be like okay musicians in this area, but other places we're great. Like that goes for every musician that's around here, just because you're raised around such a quality.
Like iron sharpens iron here.
Right? Yeah. Exactly.
We were talking about this like I think I did a singer-songwriter tour, and this is kind of whenever I had this epiphany. But we did like singer-songwriter night in Nashville, and I was just doing acoustics. So it was like me, my friend Andrew Hall, and my
He's
brother,
incredible, by the way.
Dude.
Andrew Hall's incredible.
He's a beast.
I try to tell him.
I'm trying to get him back on, man. I want to get him to do some more stuff.
You don't want to be honored, but you just. What do you mean?
No, like as far as his music goes.
Yeah, he's incredible, man.
Like he just don't want to accept that he's incredible.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, dude, like.
But we did like a singer-songwriter tour with him, and called it our Misadventures tour, and we just did like literally booked singer-songwriter shows every day up to New York, and then we came back to Virginia and stuff.
That's
fun
awesome.
as hell, dude. It was so fun. We didn't really get paid except for tips, and I mean, we just were like living in a fucking van.
Okay.
Yeah, it was so fun, dude.
Like a new environment and a new experience to write about.
Dude, it was so good. But like we played Nashville the first night and then Knoxville the next night, and it was 9 day difference. Like in Nashville, everybody's doing like their own songs because it's a songwriters night, and they're like ridiculously good. Like the Nashville night, we played the Bluebird, and right
you're always
before I
gonna see
played,
good artists in
dude,
the Bluebird.
yes, no shit. Right before I played, there was like a 12, 13-year-old girl that played a song about like her dad that maybe had just passed or something.
Yeah.
Everybody there was crying.
Yeah.
It was fucking packed out house. Everybody was crying. And then I got up there. I was like, oh, this is a song I wrote about my girlfriend I hate. And then I just played the song, and everybody was like, yeah, all right, good, get off.
Get that little girl back out here.
Yeah. And then, dude, we played Knoxville the next night. So the first night I was like so humbled. I was like, fuck, I cannot believe we're going on a tour, and this little girl's like just shredding face. And then like everybody there was awesome. And then we played Knoxville, and then I went on right after did like a cover song of an Incubus thing. I was like, really? I mean,
you did a cover.
Is good,
you did an acoustic cover of an Incubus song.
Well, he did.
Oh,
he did that at a songwriters night, which was like, I mean, it was a good song. Like I liked it. And
but
stuff,
how do you do that?
He did. Was it Drive or something?
I was gonna say it had to be
It
Drive.
had to be Drive. That's the only song I can think of that.
I think
It had
so.
to be Drive.
But it was at a songwriters night. I was like, what the fuck? And then every show from then on out was just like, we felt like we were like able to hold our own at there, like we're like, we're from Nashville.
That's what
And
I've always said. Like,
yeah.
if you're a band and you start in Nashville, you have to get out to make it.
You do
before you come back. It's just like Kings of Leon.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Nobody knew they were from Nashville until they came back.
Yeah, when they went to the UK.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that.
And everyone was like,
Yeah.
And that's sad. That is absolutely sad.
It's because everyone in Nashville is an artist, so
and
when they go to shows, they're there and they judge you.
Yeah.
They don't come there to have fun and
or respect you.
They're just like, that was a bad note.
Where Kimbrough's?
Yeah, that's why I love playing at Kimbrough's, man, and also Cities in Columbia.
I haven't been there, but I've heard about it.
Dude, both of those venues are awesome. Cities is more like, so I know Mary Beth and Rob. I mean, I've known them for a long time, and I played like all my bands have played there and stuff, or my solo stuff. And so it's just people come there to listen to music. Yeah. And they're not, some of them may be musicians, but they come there to listen to like good music. Like that's what it is. But everywhere in Nashville, like you literally cross the Davidson County line. Yeah. And all of a sudden it's just like, we don't care.
It's like competition.
Yeah. And I've seen like some incredible guitar players, like people that can just chicken pick all the way to like everywhere they want. They can do anything they want. It's like Brent Mason. Yeah. But like there's just like nothing there. There's really no.
I think it's a good it's a good training place.
It is a good training place.
Like, it's kind of like a hyperbolic time chamber.
It's not the place to fight the war, though.
Yeah.
Like it's intentional.
Yeah, maybe so. I don't know. We should
it's a social experiment.
Yeah, I think if everybody just looks at Nashville like that, instead of looks at Nashville like, I'm going to make it famous in Nashville, it's like, probably, dude, honestly, probably not. Because you're having to pay to play on Broadway now. Like, they're making musicians pay to play.
Wow.
How fucked is that, dude?
Yeah, see, I never played for free. Like, once I... Once I got good enough to actually play like songs people wanted to listen to, I never played for free. Until I moved to Nashville.
Dude. Yeah.
And then like I like it when I play in Columbia or anywhere, literally anywhere else. Franklin. Kimbrough's play. I mean, but that's Franklin. But yeah, Kimbrough's pays like. Yeah. And then you go to Nashville and they're just like. Yeah, you get 5 free house beers. Like, awesome, man. I can't wait to give that to my fucking landlord.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah.
I wish my car ran on beer.
Yeah. Right? They and dude, I heard at CMA Fest, they're making the bands pay. And then on top of that, they're not even giving the bands
I'm working CMA Fest right now.
How fucked is that?
Yeah, I set up Artist to Watch last night, and me and her both did. We work at Gary Music. We set up production events.
Hell yeah.
At the Cohen next to Topgolf and stuff, and like the CMA executives, I've done a few. I should probably be careful what I say because we're on camera, but they're just it's just not a great vibe at all. Like it's literally just money. Yeah, it's money, and that's all that it is.
It has changed, and there's so much different like hands in it now.
Yeah, like I probably her brother is in Lady Antebellum, and like he's kind of like I feel like he's kind of taking a step back just because it's that toxic. Yeah, and he's a great musician, and both of her brothers.
I mean, they go play and then they go back home.
Yeah.
Dude, that sucks so bad though, man. Cause like music, I feel like it's just getting so corporate, like controlled. It should be more like, which I mean, I get it. There's like a business aspect to music, but it shouldn't be business in music. It should be like the music,
Right, the music first. Like that one song on Charles's album, Leaving Nashville, I never understood it until I started doing music. I understood it from the management side because I was managing my friends and things throughout college, but I never understood it as an artist until recently. And I know Abe Staccato wrote it, and I think Charles may or may not have helped write it, and some other people that I wish I knew exactly of the names to do it justice, but it's just talking about just how one day you can be literally the king and the next day you're just throwing up in a parking lot and you're living in your car. Yeah. Because it's so
true though.
You don't even know.
Yeah. It's because there's not any regulations on what people can do with other people's music.
Right. Like there are, but they're not followed. No. And really it's more like the legislation is more geared towards the people that paid for the recordings.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like a lot of the laws that they have on like music and like between the people who record it and all that stuff, like are laws from like the 20s. Like they haven't been updated for all of the stuff that is now like streaming services,
Yeah. Which is fucked up.
It's actually nuts.
Yeah. If
I'm pushing for common sense music control.
Dude, right? But think about it this way, man. Think about it this way. If it was a physical product, like if your song was like a physical thing that you can grasp, it would be copywritten and it would be yours anytime. This is sold.
Intellectual property is absolutely. It's hard to capture an idea and keep it there. You know what I mean?
Which I get it, dude.
All music's recycled, but still, there's
in some sense, all right, the dude that's trying to Carlton. dude that's trying to trademark his dance move and get money from anybody that's...
Is he doing that?
Yeah, he's trying to sue Fortnite for doing the Carlton.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
What is the Carlton?
I don't even know how to do it, to be honest, because I'm way too, like,
it's a dance on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
You just, move your arms
like
that. And
but he's trying to, like, sue Fortnite.
Yeah. I can understand him trying to sue Fortnite because they didn't ask him.
I guess, yeah.
But then again...
But he can't be the first person to ever do that.
Right? But then again, it probably wasn't everybody.
Did he choose it, or did Fresh Prince of Bel-Air choose it?
Yeah, like, who
Is
wrote that
something
dance?
that
Who made
Fresh
it?
Prince owns, or some choreographer that worked for the studio?
Yeah, but he's trying to sue it.
And are those people dead now? Can they say anything?
I think Michael Jackson actually wrote the dance. But no, it's just, I don't know, man.
Probably some 2-year-old kid
Michael
wrote
Jackson.
the dance.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson's still generating revenue.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Who owns his estate now? It's like somebody like Paul McCarthy or somebody owns like all of...
Really?
Yeah,
They didn't divvy it out?
How do you do that? How do you just like, you're just like, yeah, I'm about to buy all this dead dude's...
I think it's like, so the family or whoever inherited it in his will, if he had a will or whatever, and then I think it's Paul McCartney. I can't remember, but I think so. I think it sounds to me like it was Paul McCartney.
See, Paul McCartney is a good example of a guy, because most musicians don't have a music mind and a business mind.
Yeah.
That is someone who capitalized, like... I don't think, if it wasn't for Paul McCartney, as much as he's nowhere near my favorite Beatle, but I mean, if it wasn't for Paul McCartney, the Beatles never would have been a thing.
Dude. Yeah. And, you know, something, like, you guys probably get this too, like, a lot of people look at musicians and they're like, you're naturally talented, you're naturally good at guitar, you're naturally a good drummer,
I sucked at singing so bad.
vocalist.
I was a terrible singer for so long.
Yeah, like, the Beatles, really good example of it, and they wrote a book about it. I think it's like the White Book or something like that. I can't remember which one it is, but they're talking about how it's like 10,000 hours. They were like, dude, we played fucking thousands of shows before we were anywhere good. Like, and I don't know, man. I think that's...
Back then, they only recorded right whenever they became good.
Yeah,
so nobody saw any of that.
Nobody knows all the dead frets and stupid notes they were hitting.
Yeah, I read something somewhere in a book that said it was like a little songwriter's rhythmic, like rhyming kind of book. And it said that, like, you've got to write at least, like, 1 million bad songs before you can even have your one good song. So, like, you gotta, like, pay your dues. And you can't look at it as, okay, I'll just go in and write 1 million bad songs. You gotta write 1 million bad songs trying to write that amazing song.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And so before you land on your good song.
And a lot of about it, I think that, like, people get, like, they stop writing because they're like, oh, I'm not motivated. Like, music has never really been about motivation.
Yeah.
Music is a discipline.
Yeah.
It's just like anything else. It's like Muay Thai. It's like Jiu-Jitsu. It's like a job. It's like, it's a discipline. You have to do it every day. You have, like, sometimes I'll sit down and I'll force myself to write a song. Yeah. And I'm not, you know, I've written some good songs out of that, but I've also written some absolute garbage. But you have to force yourself to do that.
And it's kind of cool too, like, even in those songs that you might just be like, this is absolute shit, you can go back like a couple of weeks or months or years later and like pick out a couple of lines that you're like, that was so good. I've got a really random, like, it's actually a Winchester, like, old ammunition box, but it's stuffed full of fucking old songs. And I've even got some stuff that I wrote in high school. Like,
my mom has all my books. Like,
if
it wasn't for my mom, I probably wouldn't still be writing. Like, it's good to have, like, that. Like, do you guys have any, like, people that just supported you all the way through, like even through, like, your terrible shit?
My family, I got kicked out, basically. Like, I'm the black sheep of my family.
I am too. Like, I lived with my grandmother.
Super black sheep.
Same.
Like, my family's, like, strict Christian, you know, all that crazy stuff. So.
That's pretty awesome.
But, dude, I remember coming back from school, I would rip out, like, every paper and then, like, fold them up, and I'd have, like, a whole back pocket, like, fucking stuffed. Like, I just got money, but it's just, like, a shitload of songs.
All the sad words.
I just throw them in this drawer, man, and then, like, now
it's too bad we can't pay for stuff with stuff like that.
I know, right? Here's the song.
Here's my thoughts.
Here's a nice.
Here's the poem about your eyes. 20 on pump 4.
That's the world I want to live in, man.
Right? Exactly, man.
I'd be rich.
Hell yeah. Well, so for you, I mean, did you write lyrics and stuff? Were you writing songs before you had kind of started doing that?
So I guess being the youngest of 7 kids, and my other brother Josh Kelly is also a musician. He's been in it a little bit longer than Lady Antebellum, and so he dropped out of Ole Miss and kind of did the whole, like, plays 23 instruments, like, record everything his own, dropped it off, blah blah blah. And once he got to where he was, that was when I kind of just started really involving myself in music a little bit more seriously. I was in chorus and band and all that good stuff, but I always felt closer to my brothers when they weren't home by just writing. And
that's cool.
But weirdly, hip hop was more my thing. So rapping and freestyling is kind of
that's so cool.
It's kind of where I
we do it all the
live.
time at home. It's hilarious. Like we've come up with some of the funniest shit I've ever heard.
But that's how I write. And then I mean one of the songs that we have, Sick and Sad, which we put on our
we tattooed on
ourselves.
Nice. Y'all tattooed it?
Yeah, we tattooed on ourselves. Yeah, I got sick and she's got sad.
Yeah.
That first song we ever wrote together. We literally wrote it like the week after we met each other.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool, dude.
Yeah, and she wrote.
I wrote it like literally sitting in bed in that sweater, that green sweater that you had. I put it on and I felt like, I don't know, someone else was speaking through me, and I just started writing, and it was probably one of the only times that someone didn't have to fix what I wrote for the melody. And I was like, oh, weird.
Yeah, it just came out. We'll actually probably play that one today, actually.
Dude, that'd be awesome. Nice. Well, yeah, man. Well, speaking of which, I think that one, I'm not sure exactly how much time we've got on that guy, but we can, I guess, kind of wrap it up and get some music, man.
Sounds good.
I'm freaking stoked to hear it, too.
Yeah, for real.
And do you guys have anything you want to kind of say to the people watching?
Yeah, check us out on all social media. Not really all, just Facebook and Instagram. We had a Pornhub account. Like Kid Cold is a weird name for a Pornhub account. So we got kicked out.
Move to taboo.com.
Hell yeah, man. And I don't know. Do you guys
I don't know. You know,
Uncle Biscuit?
Also,
it's great playing with these people here. You know, like the first time it was that Sick and Sad song that we started out playing. Like the first time we got together and played that, like the four of us. You know, our bass player, he's not here today, but we all just like locked together on it, and it turned out really well. And I was like, heck yeah! And I still have like the recording of it from our first practice, and it like stops after like the first chorus, and then we're like, oh wait, let's go. Oh, and then do this here, and then okay, and then we get back into it, and it's So I'd have to go in and chop it all up and put them together.
Cool.
But yeah, it's all still there.
It is awesome to listen back to our practice. Dude, I've never been able to do that.
That's really cool.
Yes. Hell yeah. Well, alright guys, well, I'm freaking stoked to hear some of your music, so we'll be posting that on a separate video too, under sessions.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for getting
awesome.
on.
Thank you.
Yeah, that'll be good.